I thought I would try and make a whole 7 days worth of content for Instagram in 24 hours. Should be possible. So my aim to get done is I want to get 2 new images shot and edited. I want to get 2 Instagram reels filmed and edited. And I want to go and dig out 2 old images that I haven't posted yet. And for the last piece of content, you'll have to stick around till the end for that. So that's 7 pieces of content to make in 1 day to post throughout 7 days. And the first thing I'm going to get on with is shooting one of the images. So I'm going for quite a product shot vibe with this shot. I've got the coffee beans out, sprayed everywhere, coffee filters, teaspoons, a coffee jug, kettle, Chemex, this thing, and a mug just to add atmosphere and more to the image. So recently I became a brand ambassador for a coffee company called Chew the Fat Coffee. Since I'm not able to get out and do much like landscape photography, I'm going to focus my shoots around this product. So yeah, I'll get a few more images done, do a bit of B-roll, and then we'll see where we're at. Recently, my Instagram engagement has just been going up and up and up. I've jumped up about 150 followers in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. I used to average around 30 likes and now I'm averaging around 90 to 100. And that is due to being consistent. I've just been absolutely trying to smash Instagram at the minute. I've just been really hoping to just build my social media following, just in general, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. But I am now running out of content to post. It's been about 2 weeks and I've gone through about 2 years worth of photos just looking for good enough pictures that I haven't posted yet. So this brings me to this. So I think I'm just about finished doing this shot, shot number 1. As I mentioned, I have recently become a brand ambassador for Chew the Fat Coffee. If you're interested in branching out into different coffees, use my code Chris10 for 10% off at checkout. This video is not sponsored by Chew the Fat Coffee. The code is just there. So yeah, next shot. So for this next image, I'm going for quite a winter vibe. It will be December when I post these pictures. So got a flask to go for like a bit of a wild camping vibe. Get some shots of these and then we'll see how these come out. So that is 2 images edited and shot. The sort of vibe I went for was like a dark kind of shot with the first one, just like a dark product shot kind of vibe. And the second shot I went with like a winter, autumn, outside vibe, just to sort of get that feeling of Christmas and December, do you know what I mean? But yeah, images done, let's move on to the reels. So I'm wanting to make some tutorial style reels and I'm basing them more around smartphone photography because that's the most accessible thing to everyone. And these are more like shareable bits of content, so you want these to reach as many people as possible. People want content that they can gain something from, so having a little 15-second photography tutorial actually does wonders because they can get a lot from that and it gets shared. And you can actually get some decent ideas from them, so they can actually motivate people. The first reel is a hack where if you don't have the wide angle feature on your phone, you just grab the panel feature, tilt your phone and pan upwards rather than across, and it gives you a wide angle effect. Fairly simple, but it works and it's a good hack and people love it. The second reel is simply just pouring water on the floor to add a reflection to your image, to add more depth, just to add more to the picture. Literally just pouring water on the floor. Edited these in Adobe Rush on my phone. If you want a tutorial on how to use that, I'll happily make a tutorial on that. But if you want to see any more reels, head to my Instagram and there'll be loads on there. Photos done, reels done. Now I need to look for some new images and a surprise. Getting out and shooting in the landscape has been hard recently due to lockdown and everything else that's just been holding everyone back. Like all of us, I'm guessing, I've been relying on a lot of throwback posts and I'm going to continue doing so. I always feel bad when I'm posting throwbacks because I feel like I'm just reposting content and recycling my old work. But it's good for them days when there is literally nothing to shoot, like situations like these. But it keeps your content going, it keeps your brand going, it keeps your social medias rolling and people still engaging and stuff. So don't always look at it as a negative thing using old images. Just sometimes you need to keep it ticking over, and that's the best way to do it. And even though I'm running out of throwback images, I'm going to select 2 more to use for this week, just to tide it over. A lot of these shots I've shot today are product images, so I kind of want some landscape images to sort of mix it up so it's not just a product Instagram. So I've had a look through my hard drive and I've picked out 2 images that I think are decent enough to post. The first image is just a plain, simple landscape shot. It's a simple shot, it's just 3 rocks leading into the sunset. However, with this shot I did focus stack 3 times to get every single rock in focus and the grass in focus and everything, so hopefully everything is pin sharp. That day we weren't actually expecting anything, we just sort of went up to see if we could get any images, and then suddenly the sky popped as it did in the picture. So to be honest, I'm actually quite happy with that image, and it's like one of my first time focus stacking, so it's cool to see the sharpness all the way throughout the image. And the next image I have is of Haworth Main Street. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen this location quite a lot recently. That's another thing I want to point out. If you live near a tourism spot, or you live in a tourism spot even, utilise that to your best advantage. If where you live gets posts and people come and take pictures of that place and they post it and they're getting thousands of likes, you do it. I went through a phase where I live near this place, so it's quite hard for me to get out and shoot because I've seen it all my life. It doesn't really stand out to me as much as it would to a tourist. But honestly, ever since I've started shooting this place and just grinding it out, everything has shot up. So yeah, if you live near a tourism spot or you're in a tourism spot, utilise that to your best advantage. If people go there to go and look at it in person, people will love the pictures and even buy prints. So not too much to cover on this really, just 2 images that I've selected from my hard drive from the past. The past being the last few months, I'm not talking years ago. So the first image was of a sunset, focus stacked 3 times, and the second image was of Haworth Main Street. I highly recommend going through your old photos, going through your old SD cards, your old hard drives, just absolutely ransack them and look through every single image you've ever taken. Because I can guarantee your eye will have changed, your perception of images will have changed, and you'll be flicking through and you'll see some pictures that you've taken and you'll be like, why have I never done anything with these? Trust me, I went through my hard drive and I must have found at least 25 photos that were final, good, definite images that I must have just glossed over or just flicked through, or I must have been looking for something else while looking at that. But on second review, looking at the image, it's a banger to me. And if it's a banger to you, then get it posted. Don't care about what anyone else thinks. So yeah, go through your hard drive, look at all your old images. And if you live somewhere near a tourism spot, grind that out. Grind it. It might not be what you want to shoot, it might not be what you want to do, but it gets your name out there. And that's literally the best thing you can do nowadays. The more your name's out there, the more people are seeing your name, the more likely you are to get jobs, to get bookings, to get anything. But if your name's not out there, no one's going to know that you can do this, so get posting. Just post. Right, now for the bit that I'm guessing that you've all been waiting for. And I'm so sorry if this is anticlimactic. However, I have released my first ever photography product. It's nothing much, but it's the first ever release that I've ever done as an actual product to sell to people. Like, it's different to shoots, it's different to doing prints for a client. Like, this is a product that I've made off my own back and I'm just putting out into the world and just seeing if people want it. And that is a A3 calendar. I know, another photographer doing another calendar, but this is something that I've actually wanted to do for ages. Just to see my work in print form being used, not just as a display purpose, but as an actual purpose. The calendar is a Bronte Country / West Yorkshire calendar. It includes photos from Haworth all the way up to Ilkley Moor. If them places don't mean anything to you, I won't worry about it. However, if the calendar is something you would like, let me know in the comments and I will get back to you personally. I ordered a first batch of 20 calendars and they have all sold out completely. Literally, I had such an overwhelming response to these calendars. It's insane. I can't even speak. So if you're one of the people that ordered one, thank you so much. Like, I think it means more than you think it does. So yeah, as I said, this is my first ever standalone product going out on my own back. First batch of 20 has gone and I'm ordering another batch for pre-order. So if you would like to pre-order one, let me know. So that is a week's worth of Instagram content in 24 hours. 7 days worth of content in 24 hours. We've got 2 brand new images, 2 new Instagram reels, 2 throwback images to post, and a product of my own to post. But For the new images, we actually end up getting 8 images, so they'll allow me to roll into next week. It's always better to shoot more than to shoot less. The more you shoot, you might find something else. Again, if you would like to branch out and use a different coffee, check out Chew the Fat Coffee and use code Chris10 for 10% off. And if you would like a calendar, let me know in the comments and I'll try and sort a link out. If there's no link there, comment below and I'll sort it out. So yeah, how did we do? Do you like the content? One more bit of advice I would give you is go and follow me on Instagram to go see these posts. See you in the next one. So